Welcome to the Folkkeeper's Hearth and our Flora in Folklore series, where today we wander the late summer hedgerows to meet the bramble, thorned guardian of the forest edge, bearer of the wild's sweetest fruit. When the air grows heavy with the scent of sun-warmed earth, and the forest edges hum with bees and crickets, the bramble comes into her own. Her thorned canes twist and tangle along the paths and clearings, heavy now with clusters of deep, wine-dark fruit, the blackberries. Here at my home on the North Channel, the brambles are as much a part of the landscape as the maple and the birch. They weave themselves into the forest edge, marking the threshold between wildwood and open field. On late summer walks, we find them waiting, berries warmed by the afternoon sun, their sweetness mingled with a faint green tang. We pick them by the handful, purple-stained and smiling, and carry them home in bowls and baskets, though many never make it that far. In the old countries of northern Europe, the bramble and her fruit was more than food. She was a guardian, planted in hedgerows and along boundaries to keep trouble from crossing over. In some places, a bramble arch rooted at both ends was a passage of renewal. Crawling beneath it was thought to shake off illness, ill fortune, and the weight of old sorrows. Such rites echo an older knowing, that certain plants hold the power to cleanse, to shield, to mark the crossing from one state of being into another. The blackberry's thorns are as much a part of her magic as the fruit. They teach respect. Approach too quickly, and you'll be caught. But move slowly, mindfully, and the reward is yours. In this way, the bramble mirrors life itself. Sweetness guarded by difficulty, abundance paired with caution. Her role as a healer is written deep into the folk medicine of the North. The bramble's leaves, berries, and roots all found their way into remedies. Young leaves, rich in tannins, were brewed into astringent teas for easing sore throats, soothing mouth ulcers, and steadying upset stomachs. A syrup of ripe berries was given to strengthen the body after fever, or simply to bring warmth and vitality in the colder months. Root decoctions were used to check bleeding and calm inflammation, while poultices of bruised leaves could be laid over wounds to help knit the skin. Herbalists today still turn to the bramble, just as their ancestors did. Blackberry leaves are dried for teas that soothe sore throats and settle the stomach, while the berries are made into syrups and cordials to ease coughs and strengthen the body through the changing seasons. In this way, the bramble's medicine has never truly left us, its healing power carried forward in kitchens and apothecaries alike. In the old Anglo-Saxon healing book, known as the Lochninga, a collection of remedies and charms, many native plants were gathered into cures for wounds and fevers. While the blackberry itself is not named outright in the surviving text, its leaves and berries were certainly known to early healers, and may well have been among the remedies once passed from hand to hand. What the Lochninga does reveal is a world where healing was both physical and spiritual, where a plant's virtues were bound to ritual words, gestures, and repetition, so that medicine, magic, and meaning worked together. In later English folk practice, blackberry leaves were sometimes bound with red thread or wool and carried as a charm against misfortune, part of a wider belief in the bramble's power to guard and to heal. Archaeology also reveals the bramble's ancient place in our story. The body of the Haraldskær woman, a bog-preserved figure from Iron Age Denmark, was found with the remains of blackberries in her stomach, her last meal before she was laid to rest in the watery earth. Whether taken as food, offering, or ritual sustenance, the presence of those berries speaks across the centuries, reminding us that the taste of blackberry has bound people to the land for millennia. And then there is the whisper of fairy lore. In parts of the British Isles, the bramble thicket was thought to be watched over by the hidden folk. The richest, darkest berries were sometimes left untouched, a gift to those unseen neighbors in the hope of earning their goodwill. To step too deep into the bramble's shade at dusk was to risk brushing the edges of their realm, for tangled hedges and thorny thickets were said to guard the way between our world and theirs. As summer leans toward autumn, the bramble gives her all. Soon the berries will soften and fall, the leaves will turn, and the canes will sleep until spring. But for now, in this fleeting season, the hedgerows are rich, and the forest offers her jeweled gifts. So may you walk gently among the brambles, take only what you need, and give thanks for the bounty of the land. For in each blackberry lies the memory of long summer days, the patience of thorn and leaf, and the wild heart of the hedgerow itself. Thank you for joining me at the hearth for this tale of the bramble and her dark, sun-warmed jewels. If you've enjoyed our walk among the hedgerows, I invite you to subscribe so we may share in more of nature's stories together. Until the next one, may your days be rich with the gifts of the season, and may the sweetness of summer linger with you long after the last blackberry fades.